Hello everyone and welcome back to another 0 Hour video. Now we have been getting quite a few new operators on 0 Hour recently, and I thought it would be great to put together a quick video to explain the basics and important features to make it easier for you to get into the game, especially PvP. So I have listed around 15 important points and we will go over them together. If you have any other questions about something that maybe I missed in this video, let me know in the comments below. So without further ado, let's start with the first one. You don't need Jedi hands to play 0 Hour, but there are still a few keybinds that you should definitely know and edit, and those are as follows. Shift to walk fast and Alt to walk very slowly. Z to ping. Middle mouse to use the voice chat. V for melee or kicking. Hold H to check the ammo. R to reload. Double tap R to do a combat reload. G to use the currently selected utility. 3 and or 4 to switch between the two utilities. And 5 to access the tactical map if you're attacking, or the security cameras if you're defending. There are 3 main phases in matches, each time limited, so you will have to act quickly in some of them. That's when having pre-made tactics and a good team are important. The phases when attacking are as follows. Phase 1, Loadout phase. Pick your main weapon and utilities such as your night visions, grenades, UDC and C2 and so on. Phase 2, Tactical map and deployment. That's when you can see where the objective is and decide where to deploy by clicking on one of those big circles you can see on the map. Phase 3, Action. The phases when defending are as follows. Phase 1, Loadout phase. Phase 2, Preparation phase. This is when you can set your traps, move the hostage to a safer place if needed, and so on. Phase 3, Action. Choosing your loadout should be part of your tactics. Try to combine your weapons and utilities with what the rest of the team is using. For attackers, have a good mix of long and short range to include coverage and CQB in your tactics. Same with the utilities. Make sure there isn't too much overlap and that you still have enough of each. For defenders, avoid focusing too much on the body armors since they are not really helping the rest of your team. You can still be killed quickly since weapons are really efficient in 0 Hour, and you will probably do more if you pick grenades or traps. You will notice you have a limited stock of weapons when playing attackers and a limited stock of utilities when playing defenders. Those stocks should last for 3 rounds, after which you will switch sides and renew your stocks. Every time you equip those limited weapons or utilities and use them or get them taken away by the enemy team, they are removed from your stock. This makes attacking and defending harder as you get closer to the 3rd round, forcing you to manage your resources properly. Note that if the defenders manage to take the weapons away from your body before the end of the round, they will keep that weapon and it will be removed from your stock, and you won't be able to get it back unless you kill the defender who has it. If a defender took a weapon but died, and the defending team still managed to win but did not collect the weapon from their dead teammate, the weapon will go back into your stock. Now, attackers have a great diversity of powerful weapons, so make sure you don't lose them. The tactical map is what you get in phase 2 for every round when you play on the attacking side. You can also access it by pressing 5 during a match. During the deployment phase, so phase 2, you can rotate the map, draw on it and discuss tactics, find out where the killer switch is, and you can also see where the bomb or the hostage is located. That's the weird ping you often see appearing on the map and making a weird noise. You can also display or hide the various floors by pressing 1, 2, 3 or 4 from your keyboard. And this is also the place where you decide where to deploy by clicking on one of the big circles you see on the sides of the map. So, attackers get the tactical map in phase 2, but the defenders get the preparation phase. So how do you choose where the bomb or the hostage will be? This is actually done during phase 1, when you can choose your loadout. On the left hand side of the screen, you will see the list of locations. The one with the crown is where the objective will be. The game will pick one by default, but you can change it by clicking on the different one. The first player to click on the different location is the one who can change it again. So make sure you talk to each other before changing the location and make sure you are on the right floor. Now, if you win the round, the location will be locked and cannot be reused until you switch sides again. If you lose the round, you can still reuse that location until you win. Now, if you're in bomb mode, the ping will always appear to tell you where it is from the tactical map, and the defenders cannot move the bomb. The ping will be located at the floor level, as in the hard surface you walk on. It's sometimes confusing where it appears, so once you have located the ping, hide and display the various floors by pressing the number 1 to 4 and rotate the tactical map to get a good idea of where it is. Once you have confirmed on which floor it is, do a right click on the tactical map and put a marker. Finding a hostage is a little bit harder since it won't automatically appear on the map. It will appear if the defenders move him or if the hostage reacts to shots, especially friendlies. So, if you have deployed and you still don't know where the hostage is, a good way to find him is to have one of your teammates open the tactical map by pressing 5, while another one fires a couple of shots in hope of making the hostage react. It's also good to regularly keep an eye on the tactical map to see if the defenders are moving the hostage around, in which case it will generate a ping. There are various ways to win a match in 0 hour. In bomb mode, you can kill all opponents or defuse the bomb on time when attacking, or ensure it does not get defused before the countdown reaches 0 when defending. Just keep in mind that when attacking, you will be required to defuse the bomb even if you have killed all defenders if the countdown had already reached the 1 minute and 20 second mark. In hostage mode, again, you can win by killing all opponents, or you can escort the hostage to the extraction zone when attacking, or make sure it does not happen when defending. Now that the hostage also tries to escape, so you have to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't run towards the cops. When defending, you can move the hostage by pressing F when at proximity and press F again to tell him to hold the position. Just be aware that every time you move the hostage, it will generate a ping on the tactical map. There are several utilities that can be deployed, such as explosives, cameras, traps, door blockers, under-door cameras, and so on. Now, the way it works is that you have to make sure you have the utilities selected. You can switch between your two utilities by pressing 3 and 4. Then you have to press G to interact with the utility once you are in the right situation. For the C4, you can press G at any time to throw it, press G again to trigger it, or press F to retrieve the C4 when you are close enough. For the C2 charges, press G to install it on the door once you're close enough, step back and wait for it to explode. You cannot retrieve the C2 charge when installed. For the security camera, press G to throw it and press 5 to access it. The first one is usually yours. Then you can press F to retrieve the spy camera when you're close enough. For the door wedge, press G while looking at the base of the door to install it. Note that there are doors that cannot be blocked. You can also press F to remove the door wedge and it will get destroyed regardless on the side you're playing on. This means you need to make sure your team knows you're about to block the door when playing on the defending side, otherwise you will waste it. For door traps, hold G while looking at the base of the door to install it. The door traps cannot be retrieved, they can only be destroyed. All defenders can walk through the door traps without triggering them. For the UDC, the under-door camera, hold G while you are looking at the base of the door to install the camera, then hold G to use the display. While you are holding G, you can move the mouse to move the camera. Once you are done, get close to the camera and hold F to retrieve it. Note that you must be at close proximity to the UDC to use the monitor. When the light of the camera is green, you are within range. When it's red, you're too far. So we've talked about traps, but let's talk about utilities in general. You can carry up to 2 utilities. One is assigned to number 3 from your keyboard and the second one to number 4. Now you can only have one utility selected at any given time. So basically, you have to press 3 and or 4 back and forth to switch between the two. Once you have the right one selected, you will often have to press or hold G to activate it. Now that when ADS, you cannot use them. So to activate your night visions or to throw a grenade, you will have to get out of ADS to use it. There's one feature that many people don't use enough when defending, the security cameras. Anyone can access them by pressing 5 during the match, and you can navigate between the different cameras by pressing Q and E as long as the cameras haven't been destroyed. You can also access the spy cameras that have been placed by other players in your team. In 0 hour, you have to be the one reloading your weapon. The game is not going to do that for you, and you have to keep an eye on your ammo. To do that, hold H by default to check ammo. Hold it to remove the mag and see how much you have left in the current one and other mags. Release the key to put the mag back in the weapon. There are also 2 ways to reload your weapon. The normal reloads that you can do by pressing R once, which will remove and replace your mag by the next one that has the highest amount of ammo. Or the combat reloads that you can do by pressing R twice, quickly, which will drop your current mag and replace it by the next one with the highest amount of ammo. It's quicker, but you will lose the ammo since you cannot pick that mag up again, so keep that in mind. It's pretty easy to hear the audio in 0 hour and get an idea of where your enemies are, so don't forget to slow your pace down as you get closer to areas where you think there might be enemies, especially if you play on the attacking team. To do that, simply press and hold Alt. If you also want to be completely silent, crouch when doing it and it will remove pretty much all step noises. Finally, one last but extremely vital advice: communicate. Talk with your team during all the different stages. Even if you're not getting a response, do it to inform your team of what you are doing, since that info might actually change the outcome of the round. Tell them the weapon you're going to be using, where you are planning to deploy, if you found out where the bomb or the hostage is located, what strategy you have in mind, and so on. Communicating is an important, if not the most important aspect of any successful tactic. So, those are some of the basic but really important things you should know when getting into 0 hour. You can also get used to most of those by playing some solo maps or co-op, or just jump in a custom match all by yourself to learn the map, try the different utilities and features of the game. I hope you found this useful, and if so, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to support the channel. Don't hesitate to share this video with anyone who's getting into 0 hour, it will definitely help to support the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.